March Madness is upon us, and couple that with the NBA season is going on, actually going to the playoffs. A better way to bet on those games and games in other sports like the Premier League and everything else, or even Major League Soccer, than betus.com, where you can get 125% of the sign-up bonus, which is up to $2,500 by using the promo code TKT for the Klown Times. So what are these other perks here? You can bet on the go. You can bet anytime, anywhere on your mobile device. You get fast pass, or you get paid immediately every single time. And last but not least, you can you could do live betting where you can bet during the game, getting the early and the best lines. Again, use my promo code TKT for the Klown Times to get up to 125% of the sign-up bonus, which is up to $2,500. So again, not to sound like a broken record, but go to betus.com where the game begins. Covered of HBCU Big Pass Plus, which apparently had a deal in place to stream their games. And there's some complications of that, including a sponsorship with one Pepsi-Cola. So I want you, please share with us, with the viewers, more on that, because you've been very close to this as well.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out everything that's going on with this entire situation. And of course, who's to blame, who is completely involved in why this thing has become what it's become, right?
Mm-hmm.
So HBCU Game Day, who basically released the article actually just last week, where the article reads, and I quote, "A company claiming that its rights," well, you've already gone through that part with the Urban Edge Network part, right? All right. Says here that, SWAC Commissioner Charles McClendon sent a letter of notice to the attorney from the attorney to the presidents of the chancellors of the conference on Thursday of April the 14th. The letter informed the Council of Presidents that PepsiCo had reached out to him about Urban Edge Broadcasting SWAC contest, in which he stated they had no rights to do so. The interesting thing is this: Grambling and Florida A&M made these agreements in February of this year. And the deal that we talked about with the SWAC and Byron Allen and HBCU Go was announced in March. So you're telling me for at least 3 to 4 weeks, the conference didn't know about this? This is something that was announced on the team's websites. So it's not like it was news, or like it was hidden news. If you were following the teams and you were keeping abreast of what was going on with both Grambling and Florida A&M, you knew that these deals existed. I'm just trying to figure out why the SWAC didn't know that this deal existed, and why they didn't get around to beating PepsiCo or Urban Sports. I'm sorry, not even PepsiCo, but who was that? Urban. Gotta make sure I get their name correct. I just saw it. How did I just lose it that quick?
Why are you looking? Can I ask you a quick question, brother?
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe a common sense question, but they all say common sense and all that common. Isn't the commissioner's job to know what the hell the other team's doing?
Yes, it is. It is your job to know what your membership is doing. So yes, they should have known about this. And they would have been able to, I guess, get ahead of this Urban Edge Network situation before it got to PepsiCo and become a situation. So this is what the letter states in part.
Okay.
But any entity that is approaching PepsiCo for media buys and referencing broadcasting SWAC games should be evaluated more closely. It has been brought to my attention that several entities, well, basically two, have approached some of our corporate sponsor partners and others regarding media buys for the SWAC. Just to inform you, SWAC conference games cannot be streamed or broadcast on a national basis outside of the conference agreements. In addition, membership institutions cannot grant permission to other entities to broadcast games, either linear or digitally, on a national basis. All conference games and restricted The all conference games are restricted and can only be negotiated by the conference office. Now, this is the thing here. What they could have done is probably done regional deals. But being that this deal that they did with Urban Edge Network was a national deal, something that the SWAC should have been aware of when it was announced by both teams in February, it's something that I find to be insane, but I digress. Right. So the article continues on. McClellan expressed concerns that the issue could jeopardize the league's relationship with PepsiCo, who the league is renegotiating with the potential 8-figure payments. So that's at least $10 million. He stated it poses a potentially big threat to the league's negotiations with Byron Allen Media Group as well, who is of course with HBCU Go for secondary broadcast rights. The email states that the total funding jeopardized could potentially be in excess of $100 million.
Yeah.
So that's a combination of them losing out with both PepsiCo and with Byron Allen and HBCU Go. That is a lot of money. Now, what could be done is if both Grambling and Florida A&M was doing a situation where they were broadcasting their OOC games, which is 3 games apiece. But from my understanding, it's not just the football games. It's I think everything else as well. But even if it was the football stuff, I'm still trying to understand how is it that these deals were done and the SWAC front office did not know about this.
That's incompetent. That's incompetent on so many levels, but go ahead.
I know, right? And I'm still trying to wrap my head around all of this stuff. But to make the situation even more spicier, Florida A&M's athletics director, Courtney Gaucher, resigned last week. Now, this is the same athletics director that was responsible for the renovations to Bragg Stadium. The
great job with that. Great job.
Yes, the deal with LeBron James and his company and aspect of Nike, them moving from the MEAC over to the SWAC, and a plethora of other positive things that have happened there at Florida A&M. But this is where it boggles my mind, right? So this is the 9th Division I HBCU athletics director to resign in the past calendar year. The 9th. And hell, this will be Florida whoever the new athletics director is going to be, it's going to be their 10th new athletics director dating back to 2009. Their 10th.
10th in 13 years. That's crazy.
Yes. So I don't know what's going on in Grambling. I don't know why they can't seem to have stability there within their front office. It's all, and there are a lot of people who believe that what's going on with the SWAC and this potential lawsuit is attached to Gaucher leaving. I don't know if it's necessarily true or not. I'm not going to go ahead and say that it is. It's all allegation. It's all thoughts on why this is, but I will say this. This is another great mind that goes along with the minds of Lynn Thompson, Jennifer Williams, that were all at HBCUs as part of that grouping of 9 athletics directors that have resigned in the past calendar year that we no longer have anymore. And I'm hoping that this new crop of athletics directors and this new crop of leadership can get this thing resolved and get this thing situated, because it's well first and foremost, it's not just SWAC teams, it's also MEAC too that are going through their issues. Because I'm trying to remember, did I announce last week that Howard is moving over to the CAA?
Yeah. We talked about
Okay,
that.
I just wanted to
We
make
talked
sure
about that,
I did that too. So
Yeah.
with them losing teams, with the SWAC dealing with legal issues in an era in which HBCUs has been moving to the forefront, and you can't get stability and you can't get stability at leadership, and you can't get stability and competency at leadership. That is a problem.
Yeah.
And it is a huge problem.
Now, with all this shit that's going on, just to tell your God, right, and predict the future, or it's clear, can see the future. For those you don't know, what is going to happen from this as a result of this lawsuit? How do you see this getting resolved? If there's any path to any type of resolve going on?
Well, my guess is with Gaucher now no longer there, that that Florida A&M and the SWAC will probably do whatever they can to make sure that this deal gets done. So, in matter of fact, it's kind of ironic because the Grambling athletics director is also another one of those athletics directors that is a new hire within the past year too. So there's going to be some stuff. I'm not going to say that he's going to get fired, but there has to be some stuff done where the SWAC cannot lose this $100 million bag. Right. So whatever they got to do in order to get it right.
But how did they not know? I'm sorry to keep cutting you off, brother, but how does leadership not know what Grambling family did the month prior to this HBCU Week Pass thing? How did they not know that?
No, the HBCU Week Pass is through Urban Edge Networks.
Yeah, right.
You know, the Byron Allen is the HBCU Go deal. Yeah, so yeah, that was announced, like I said, about a little or close to a month after those other deals were announced.
And
so
that's why I'm like, how did they not know? How did SWAC leadership not know that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
How did they not know that? That's clown show shit right there.
It is. I don't understand how the mind does not know what the arm is doing. I really don't know. That's like how both arms are doing. I really don't get it. It like I said, man, it boggles my mind. What I'm not going to do is play conspiracy theorist and try to read the tea leaves and try to be Ace Ventura Pet Detective and find out exactly what could have been done, what led to this. All I know is this was done. This is what's done. Mm-hmm. This is where we are now. What's going to be the resolution? If they can't get a resolution and they lose out on this $100,000 deal, both with PepsiCo and with Byron Allen and HBCU Go, it's going to be a mess. That's the best I can
How do you fuck up $100 million? How do you do that? I mean, man, look, to your point, I'm not trying to belabor this shit, because I know you got some other stuff to talk about as far as the positive goings on in HBCU sports, world HBCU sports. But we're, to your point, we're at the HBCU sports are at the forefront, at least being bandied about again, at least hot like fish grease again. Yeah. Jackson State had his spring game. Travis Hunter was balling out of his mind. Makes you, everyone saw why Travis Hunter was thought to be the top prospect of all high school sports.
I still say it's practice, but you know, it is what it is. People got excited. Yeah, but still, you know, wait till we see them in week one. We'll see how that plays.
But the point is, the excitement. Coach Prime had over 30,000 in the stands to watch the spring game.
Watch the spring game, yeah.
ESPN, that's, I mean, we know Coach Prime is a unicorn in and of itself, but for an HBCU, to have that much and to be broadcast on the family ESPN networks, come on. So you got that going on. As the backdrop, you got FAMU doing stuff off the field, positive stuff, as this Grambling. All those good vibes. And a simple at the head of the organization not knowing what the fuck is going on among his lieutenants. It's going to possibly lead to a fumble of $100 million bag. It's an excuse. I'm gonna go and say it. It's an excusable. If you're the head of if you're the commissioner of a damn conference, you should know what the hell is going on. That's inexcusable. I don't know what the hell he was thinking and cutting this deal with this other broadcasting company when you know when people on social media outside of the fan bases and alumni bases of Grambling and FAMU will talk about the deals being made with Byron Allen's company in HBCU Go, how big of a deal that was. If we knew about it, how the hell does the head of the fucking conference not know